What's up, dudes? Welcome to Totally Gamescast, episode 4. This is a partnership between Sean S. Johnson and Totally Trey. Thanks for joining us, guys. We have a bunch of cool stuff to talk about. The Game Awards happened this last week. We record this every 2 weeks, 4:30 p.m., just like you're joining us live now. Hopefully in 2019, we're talking about maybe every week, just because games are awesome, and we all know that you love games just like us. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Trey, I'm going to throw it to you. What do we have to talk about today?
Okay, so I guess we'll just pop it off talking about the Nintendo's Creators Program coming to a close. The email that both Sean and I got, Dear Nintendo Creator, we want to share some news with you. We are ending the Nintendo Creators Program to make it easier for you to make and monetize videos that contain Nintendo game content. We will no longer ask you to submit your videos to NCP, and you can continue showing your passion for Nintendo as long as you adhere to Nintendo's guidelines. Wow, so awesome. One of my biggest complaints about Nintendo, Sean, one of our first good conversations together actually was about how annoying Nintendo was being stopping content creators from getting their product out.
Yeah, throughout the Wii U, really, the Wii U itself was a failure, 100%. Everything they were doing throughout those years, they were barely doing anything awesome besides 3DS, you know?
Yeah, so basically for people that don't know, the Nintendo's Creators Program was basically this program you have to pay to join? I think it was $20 initially? Or?
No, so it was 100% free. I actually joined twice on 2 different emails. One on the EZPZ email and then my personal. And you join in fine, then you have to upload your video to YouTube, then you have to share the link with them. Yeah. And it's a whole rigmarole. It's any barriers you have for a content creator is bad. Oh, yeah. On top of the fact that they're taking their slice off the top. Which is
no doubt.
What?
No, what was it, 10% of all royalties or something?
33%, I believe. Oh my god! So if you think about that, guys, 33% is so much money. For somebody that makes $10,000 a year making content, or even $1,000 a year, you know?
Well, not to mention how heavily content creators are taxed. It's some ridiculous amount, honestly. It's
in the 40s percentile.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the worst to be in. And I think, but Nintendo is on the right path, allowing content creators to get their shit out and share their product for free, which I thought was the silly thing, because that 33% of content creators' money can't be more than the man, I just totally lost my train of thought. The potential money, you know what I mean? So from just getting their games out to people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's come on, guys. We're promoting, if we were to play Smash, right? We're promoting Smash. We're showing you guys how much we love a Nintendo product. So just for them to just tax, it's so weird. But hey, just like you've stated multiple times on the Totally Gamescast before, they're making all the right moves, and we have nothing but awesome stuff to say about them now. So kudos to them for just being boom, this was a bad idea from a different president. That kind of thing is what I think. Yeah, sure.
No, definitely. I felt like Nintendo was kind of out of touch, but with every release, I feel like they're more and more in line with modern game expectations, you know?
For sure.
And they were just they've always been innovators, and I think that they're always trying to innovate, but honestly, innovation at the cost of your product is really bad, you know? Nintendo's never been afraid to do something kind of different, with the Wii and Wii U motion
pretty
control
much
type shit.
All of their controllers since the Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah. Every system has had something groundbreaking, and the Switch being its mobile ability. You know what I mean? Did the Wii U also have that?
No, not really. So I actually played and beat Skyward Sword. No, Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want to drop $400 on a Switch while I couldn't until I literally bought 5 other ones and sold them. And then I made enough money too.
Switch hustle.
Yeah, so I used to put the Wii U 8 feet away from me and just play on the couch, out on my patio or whatever, and it would lose signal 8 or 9 feet away. So it was not an easy life for a portable Wii U
for sure
player.
Well, they elaborated on that, but honestly, I think we should switch over to the Smash conversation from there.
Let's do it.
You know. So I got Smash Ultimate was it a week ago Friday?
Came out Friday.
Yeah,
so
Friday.
Not even a week, dude, and you've already crushed it.
Yeah, no, massive game. Hella characters, 74 characters, 76 including all the Pokemon trainer forms or whatever. The story mode is fucking insanely huge. I do kind of have a complaint about the story mode because in previous Smash Bros, it was like a really elaborate story that there was lots of cutscenes and cool stuff happening.
MSC or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Space Emissary or whatever. So this was a little different than that, and it felt more like a Mario Party map. So there was a cutscene at the beginning that was fucking amazing, gives you goosebumps and everything. But I just don't feel like it's as cool as the moving story because there's pretty much that one cutscene, and I'm sure there will be a couple more cutscenes closer to the end of the game. But honestly, I was wishing for more of those epic, good graphic scenes. You know, but
yeah, I really loved that. Like I think it was Brawl or Wii U when you got to see like On It, which is like from Earthbound and like the Mother series, and you got to see like Ness in On It like fighting off like baddies from Earthbound. It was so crazy to me, like real age, like new age graphics, like besides like just Super Smash Brothers itself, like
so that's kind of like my complaint. So they have millions of references to like all of these games using like the spirit system in game, which is kind of complicated to explain, but
I like the trophies because you got backstory on everything. Like I don't know every character from Castlevania or
yeah, no doubt they did give you a cool thing with the trophies, you know, but I feel like this is kind of like a museum almost. Like, so you'll be going through the game and there's these different stages or areas that have like totally different feels that are like connected to different video game lores. So like you'll go to like a Zelda kind of area. There's no story or anything. You're just like unlocking characters and playing fights or whatever. And I've done close to like 400 different fights in this story mode. And I literally don't know when the end's coming because I've unlocked 40 characters in that, and you have to unlock them separately in the story mode or whatever.
You were telling me on, because I came over on Friday on release day just for a couple hours before we had responsibilities as friends. But yeah, that was so weird to me. Like you're unlocking them in the single player experience, and they're unlocked in the multiplayer, but like it doesn't go hand in hand. So.
Yeah, it's not both ways, but it is kind of a weird character unlock thing. I wish it was kind of more. Not to just bitch about every little aspect of the game, but like it would have been more cool. Like remember back in the day when you unlocked Ness because you did like 3 stock normal mode on classic, you know, that was like a really memorable unlock, you know, and like none of the unlocks in this game are like memorable, and you don't really feel any weight behind it because it's so easy to unlock them. Yeah. And I think they just give you one every 10 minutes of gameplay.
On top of like a whole bunch of other like little things I hear too.
Yeah. So I didn't like the character unlock system, but still so many characters you can't really blame them for just like
They have to just throw them at you.
Because I mean, like 75 different special little ways to get characters.
And it starts with like 7 or something. Like,
no, you start out, I think 5.
5,
but
wow.
Something like that anyway. But I just think maybe like some of the variant characters, like you know how Ganondorf used to be a Captain Falcon clone, which isn't the case in this game.
A little heavier.
Yeah, so like why not just make those alternate characters a little tougher to get, you know? So I don't know.
Like Zero Suit Samus is different too. That's so interesting to me. Like they brought back all the characters, which was a huge selling point, but there are some differences and tweaks.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, honestly. Like
Sheik, I got to play as Sheik, and I was like, whoa, this feels better almost.
Yeah, no, Sheik is better. Like they got rid of the stupid whip move.
Yeah,
it was like
they didn't do anything. You just twirled it around. You look like a silly person.
I think that's another example of Nintendo like getting with the times a little bit. It's like, okay, this move does nothing. People complain about it. It's a meme, you know, like in tournaments. Like someone pulls out the whip, you know that they're fucking around. I don't know if that in particular is, but
yeah, I see what you mean though.
Yeah, so it's like they're getting it, you know.
Yeah. What else are you thinking? I want to hear what you think about that online mode.
The online mode, the first day of me playing it was fine. I noticed a slight input lag, but I got used to it after like 20 minutes, and I was like kind of just grooving with it, even though it was like playing a shitty wave bird back in the day on Melee or whatever.
Okay.
But there's all of these issues. So I had my matchmaking preferences set to 1-on-1. I was constantly getting thrown into 4-way battles with items on. I had the items turned off on my preferences. So they're just launching you into games if they like don't have enough games. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And I don't like it, especially for 1-on-ones. Like, you know,
that's a very specific, like, I want to play, just 1-on-1. Like, when you're having a different mode than that, I feel like 2-on-2, okay, I can live with that if I want to do free-for-all.
Yeah.
4 people.
So I wouldn't mind playing free-for-all every once in a while, but I feel like it's every third match I get thrown into a 4-way battle. And then almost every 4-way battle I play, there's someone with horrible ping, and it basically ruins the entire match. It's unplayable with one person with bad ping.
It's not like a shooter. Right?
Yeah, well, it's not like any fighting game I've ever played. Like, so you'll get someone with some bad frames and stuff that'll just like, it'll just be kind of weird for a second, but it won't affect the entire match and freeze the entire match multiple fucking times. It's driving me crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
To the point where I think I was planning on streaming it on the regular, like just doing online matchmaking, playing viewers and stuff, but it's so bad that I would just rage. It's like, and it's too bad because it's such a good game and the fighting is so good that it's...
Do you think that it would do you some good maybe to like do direct connect and not just rely on the Switch's Wi-Fi?
Oh, no, I've done direct connect as well, and it's still just not good.
You bought the dongle?
No, dude. You need a dongle for it?
I'm pretty sure, right? To connect directly into the Switch.
Maybe. I don't know. So I guess maybe I should look into it then.
I was just thinking about that because when I was trying to live stream Breath of the Wild on the Wii U so long ago, I found a way more success when I directly connected it.
Oh, weird. But what's up, Red Bird? How's it going today, brother?
I love the avocado. That's pretty tight. Thanks for
nice.
joining.
So anywho, what else we got?
You said the multiplayer game battle options. There's like so many. I want to hear about that.
Oh my god, dude! You can put so many stipulations on the games. So like you can make.
Is this true? Can you save them like for next time? Like these.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Slots?
You can save like stock 3 is one that I have saved, or you can like do like. You remember back in the day with like Giant Mario, you know, you can like set up a custom game with like 1 vs 3 Giant Mario type stuff, and like, you know, just like fun game modes like where there's just like crazy stipulations like icy floor or the floor is lava or whatever else, you know what I mean? So there's just like anything that you can think of in a Smash game, you can tweak that and put it into a local battle or whatever. So
what's up, EZPZ fam? That's what's chill. Cool, man. I want to get Smash. I have it on my Christmas list. Maybe Santa will bring it for me. But what else? I mean, I guess we did want to talk about how well it's selling, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy selling. So it sold 1.24 million in Japan in 3 days. And for some comparison, Smash on Wii U sold 250K, and Smash on 3DS sold about 900K. So doing better than the 3DS, and I know that in Japan they love their mobile systems. Right, they are like obsessed with Nintendo Mobile. It's crazy.
Right, and you got to think about the install base. 40 million, I think, 3DSs at the time that Smash was released 4 years ago now, and I think we're at like close to 30 million right now, so there's a difference there too. So 1.3 almost in Japan alone. This game is going to crush it. This game is it's the Super Smash Brothers that is actually moving systems.
Oh yeah, no, I know several people that have been like, I'm buying a Switch just for Smash.
Yeah,
like that kind of thing. But so definitely, but there's also other great games that are moving the system. I mean, like Zelda, Mario, just to name a couple of them. I hear some people really like Splatoon.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Do you want to get into the Game Awards? Do you want to get into some of those awards that were popping out?
Oh yeah,
celebrating the industry we know and love.
Definitely. Well, you go ahead and start reading off some of these prestigious Game Awards.
Hey, you agree with me though? That was pretty prestigious. It was pretty nice, like to see things. Things that I never thought would happen. Like for instance, Reggie Fils-Aimé being on stage with Sean Layden, and
Is he bringing his swing?
My swing to Forest?
You have a swing?
Switch.
Oh.
Who is Redbird GTI?
I have no idea, dude. It's one of your buddies, brother.
Oh, dude, I know who it is. This has got to be Ron. Is this
What's
Ron?
happening, Ronald?
GTI. That's definitely got to be the homie out there. Yeah, dude, I don't think so because I'm just too worried of it getting damaged. But I might. Like, I've considered it for, like, the drive.
See, that's my thing with the Switch is I never undock it because I'm afraid that I'm just going to lose it. It's going to get stolen. I'm going to smash it. Like, it's just not safe.
Yeah.
The world is not safe for a Nintendo Switch, dudes.
Mad love, homie. But yeah, let's talk about it. First off, we have to talk about the winner, right? The Game of the Year award winner. God of War beating out Red Dead. Dude, when you saw that, when you heard it, what was going through your head?
So that was at the end of the show, and I went to bed pretty much after the epic goth band played. I was like, okay, pulling the plug here. It was a stellar performance. I actually want to pull it up.
Okay, do it. I'll vamp for a little bit while you get this set up. Dude, that is so funny. You're telling me that you logged off when this band came up. Like, I literally did the same thing. And it's not because I'm hating on it, because it was, like, really epic. And I was like, what the heck is going on? But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if I have enough energy to stay up for this. So Trey's pulling this up, and it was quite the thing. It was like a female-led singer. It's not the anthem one. It's a female-led like band or whatever, and they were doing like an orchestral. I think it was for Castlevania or
Bayonetta?
Devil May Cry, maybe.
Let's see. Oh no, never mind.
Try Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
One last try.
We'll try one last try, but otherwise, I just can't believe God of War beat Red Dead Redemption.
Yes, we found it, brothers. Oh my god.
And it was right after the Giant Man was like on the screen too, which I find pretty funny. Like he's on the screen, he's like just loving life. He's like, I'm at the Game Awards. And then boom.
We have to skip over.
We gotta scrub this, guys.
We gotta get to the actual band. The actual
There it
rock.
is. So they can hear this, right?
Yeah, they can hear it. So my thing about the Game Awards in general is they weren't trying to like do their own thing. They're trying to like emulate these like Grammy shows.
Oscars.
Like, yeah, they're trying to like just do what they thought would be popular, I guess, or like what would play well.
So do you not think that like maybe that's just a good way to celebrate like that industry? Because I think for all the things I hate about the Grammys, especially like who's winning them, of course, right? Like none of our favorite bands are up there for some reason. But like I do think that maybe I think it was a good way to celebrate the music in games like this. They had some live performances.
Yeah, like actually like showing some of the voice actors that you normally don't get to celebrate and stuff.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was forced and in a lot of cases felt awkward because these people aren't made to like be doing this. The nerds aren't meant to be in this situation.
Man, there was one instance where the students from Norway won, and I was just like, oh god, how is this gonna go? Because the dude that walked up on the right, like didn't say a single word. He just stood there with his mic like this. He had like long. He was just like your normal like quintessential what some people would like think of as like a basement dwelling gamer.
Yeah.
But like he just won best student game in the world. Like what a badass. Like
Yeah,
he's
no.
21 years old or something.
I love that these guys are getting on stage. So that actually brings me to Sonic Fox, the esports winner of the year. Like this guy. So we'll pull up some more Sonic Fox gameplay really quick while we're here.
He's a Twitch content creator, correct?
I don't know if he's on Twitch. I know that he competes in fighting games.
Right, that's what I meant. So he's... Man, I thought after I saw this, I thought the internet was going to tear him apart, honestly. But the internet proved me wrong. And, like, they all celebrated the fact that it says what? I'm going to throw it to you.
Oh, I'll just let the whole thing play, dude. It's kind of a long, cringy thing, but
It's cringy as heck at live, especially, but I was, like, so proud by the end of it. It's like my friend just, like, is a badass. Like I felt like a friend of mine like just came out to the world or something,
Yeah, no.
Even though I know he's really like vocal about being gay, black, and a furry, clearly. Like that's his thing.
Yeah, no.
Look at him.
Dude, I love his like character, honestly. That costume is pretty dope. And
it's custom, right? Like
duh. I mean, you can't like buy something like that, bro. Like, I mean, that's his character.
What was Joel McHale thinking? Like, was he still thinking about his hair plugs at this point? No, he's thinking about Sonic Fox.
No, he cracks me up. He's like really awkward and goofy, but I feel like he's just really excited and nervous or whatever. But anyways.
Does he keep the mask on the whole time?
No, he ends up like awkwardly taking it off partway through or whatever. But
the number one thing to get for you guys to know at home is like he says, I'm black, I'm gay, I'm furry, and I just won Best Esports Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's like so basically cool. Everything a Republican hates.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. He was like he was okay with being vocal about like that stuff. Like he just, I loved it. He didn't pull any punches. He was himself, which is all I love. That's my number one thing I love about people is like when they're themselves. Like they're not like, they're their authentic self.
Well, that's kind of the point I was trying to make, that he didn't try to like play the show. You know what I mean? He was like acting like he would on fucking stream. Right. You know, he wasn't putting on like a mask. I mean, like he has a mask on, literally, but he wasn't like trying to put on like a mask. And I'm sure he has been in esports documentaries because I know this man has been around for a long time.
For sure.
But anyway, some other highlights of it. Red Dead won several categories as we expected. Dead Cells picked up Independent Game of the Year.
So happy about that, dude. I literally like screamed and literally was like, what? She sees like the gameplay because, you know, they show some gameplay like when Dead Cells came up as a nominee, and she's like, you never even played that game. I'm like, yes, I did on my Switch handheld mode on the couch next to you for like 2 weeks. I love that game.
So then we also had some cool reveals happen this week, or I mean at the Game Awards. Anthem reveals its first like story trailer, and I always thought that BioWare is a great company, and I'm really excited to see what they do with that franchise. It has a lot of hype. Looks like it has some Halo vibes. Looks like it has some StarCraft vibes.
I'm really excited for it. I just hope like they don't crash and burn like they did with Andromeda.
Oh yeah. Is that Mass Effect 3?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 4 really, but like the one that was basically only shooter.
Oh yeah.
And,
yeah.
There's people were really dogging on them. So BioWare, I got faith for you and Anthem. It looks amazing. It comes out, I believe. And hey, what's up, Van Wedge?
Hey, you like games? We got games.
You came to the right spot, man.
So then they also announced Crash Team Racing.
And I have in our notes, guys, how dare you, sir, because he has a big fat MEH meh. Like, what? How do you say meh to Crash Team Racing, which was the greatest kart racer until probably Double Dash or Mario Kart for the DS?
Mario Kart for Super Nintendo, brother.
Oh, God. That one's like the trash heap one.
Get out of here, dude.
All right, how about this? In June 2019, when the game comes out, June 21st, 2019, we'll play some on the stream, and I'll show you what's
up. You can change my mind, but I am like, so I like Crash Bandicoot, the platformer, even though it's like a ripoff of Mario, and I can allow it to exist as a ripoff Mario Kart, but I will not like enjoy it. I promise.
Man, Lydia got me Crash, the Insane Trilogy, like remake for my birthday this year. I put it in my Switch for like 14 minutes, literally, and I could not handle it anymore. Dude, Crash was my game growing up. He was like, I went from like literally the worst mascot ever, Sonic, to like one of the not greatest mascots ever, Crash. Like I jumped ships, like ugh.
Yeah, Sonic is a ship you want to jump off of, brother.
Hey, you know, we won't talk about it in depth because all we've seen is the posters, but apparently there's this Sonic movie coming out next year, and he looks like a straight-up black, gay, furry. But let's chat about a couple of these other announcements, man, because you know what I really loved about the Game Awards? It was about the new games. What we're celebrating right now in the present this year was so sick. But next year and the next year, like we got some really cool stuff to look forward to. Man, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Switch exclusive. It looked so bad. Like It looked so ugly. Like
I didn't catch that part. But
it looked bad. But I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Chatter is that it looks like other Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. Problem with that is they came out 10 years ago. They're 10 years old.
Releasing old games, motherfucker. So am I seeing a Metroid game was in the works?
No, so what I have some notes on here is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is being developed by Team Ninja, which did Metroid Other M.
Oh, okay.
And they did Neo just this last year or two, Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden. So, they have an awesome pedigree. So that's one of the redeeming factors.
Well, hold the phone. Let's talk about how redeeming their pedigree actually is, because I see Hyrule Warriors sitting at the end of this list,
and Fire Emblem Warriors. Hello, it's only a $1 million seller on the Wii U, which is like something.
Dude,
huge.
That's so cool. Loki loves the Hanson. Dude, Sean loves Hanson, so you are not wrong, Loki.
You literally have no idea. I just went and paid like $40 to go see them at Oktoberfest here in Altoona, Iowa.
Hell yeah.
So
I always give him
Loki,
shit.
heck yeah, dude. I love Hanson. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. So that's actually pretty insane.
Well, welcome to the Totally Gamescast, where we talk games with
not Hanson brothers.
No, we're talking Hanson today. This is the Hanson cast. All right, guys. So, if you had to go on a dream date with one of the Hanson brothers, which one would you choose?
Well, obviously Taylor, because he's the lead singer.
I was going to say Taylor because that's the only one I knew, but that's hilarious that I knew one of their names. Dude, that's Taylor, Van.
Yeah, dude, Van Wedge just got it unlocked. Well, I'm not Jay from Jay Silent Bob, but I am Taylor Hanson. So nice to meet you.
Dude, we need to get like a strong silent type, like standing in the back. To
No
get just
kidding.
Assertive presence, like kind of like a good cop, bad cop
I'm
thing.
seeing a green screen over here. You guys can't see this, listeners playing at home, but I'm seeing a green screen that we could maybe, throw a, what's his name? Silent Bob.
Yeah, get him in.
What's his name? I'm
What do you
blanking
mean?
on his name.
Oh, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, duh. What the heck? We
Yeah.
just talked about him on EZPZ, but
Dude, honestly, Kevin Smith as a guest would just make the show forever.
Yeah.
Like,
he's pretty much a god to the nerdom. But let's go over a couple more announcements. We're getting off track here, which I love about this. But that Far Cry New Dawn, it just looked like Rage 2.
oh,
right?
I thought it looked really cool, honestly.
Totally, but
I never played Rage, but it was a really cool post-apocalyptic. I always liked the idea of post-apocalyptic games, but a lot of times I don't think they pan out. This one looks like it could be really cool. And after playing Far Cry 5, which was, I thought, a really great game.
Seriously, I didn't know that you played that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I didn't get super far. I beat like one of the 4 cultist brothers, and I was having a good time, but kind of got sidetracked by Fortnite.
So Far Cry 4 had another game that came out that was like the sister of the game that was called Far Cry Primal. Now this one's doing the same thing. They're basically taking their engine and they're trying to create new assets and have an excuse to create new assets in a different way. So now they're doing New Dawn, which is like a post-apocalyptic Far Cry 5, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
they're using
no,
the
I
same
love
map
that.
and all that.
Hey, thanks for the biddy, Redbird. We appreciate you,
Oh, dude, heck yeah.
Funding the easy peasy, dude. Keeping this train rolling.
So tight.
So what other announcements did we have? So Hades, that game looked freaking cool. It looks like a really polished Diablo clone, but honestly, pretty stoked on that. That's going to be on the new Epic store that we'll talk about a little later on.
Developed by Supergiant, so if you know Bastion from back in the Xbox 360, Pyre, Transistor.
Oh, yeah.
I never got into any of those, but I know they're loved across the entire community.
Bastion is super loved. I've watched a little bit of that game, and it looked cool, like not our style of game.
Right,
but,
agreed, totally agree. What about my favorite announcement for the new games, guys, which is so cool. Like I said, I told Trey, and I've said it on the show, I loved how I got to see new games I've never seen before. The Outer Worlds by Obsidian.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, that one looked really cool. So that's made by the guys that made New Vegas.
Right.
So I know that a lot of people hold that game really close to their heart, especially for the survival mode that they had in that.
The factions.
Yeah.
That was cool, too.
Yeah, definitely. So
I ruined my game, though, and I just pissed off everybody, and I couldn't get anywhere, so that's when I pretty much quit at hour 80.
So here's my Fallout 3 story.
Okay.
Purchase Fallout 3, get to the first town, immediately shoot someone in the face. I've got an itchy trigger finger. I can't help myself. The whole town comes to fuck me. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of this fucking town, bro. Go outside. Auto saves. Turns out this is the main hub of the entire fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm done. I'm never playing this game again.
All you have to do is just kill everybody at that point, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, what's it called? Total global genocide. That's pretty much the only option from there. So
Fallout 3, definitely my favorite single player experience from that gen. But there is a couple more last ones I want to bring up. Did you want to talk about Mortal Kombat 11? Because that trailer was the only time that on the Game Awards they kind of screwed things up, where he was about to present an award and they bring up the B-roll or the trailer for Mortal Kombat 11, and oh man, it was like, ugh, so silly. But at the end he was just like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Like, so whatever.
I mean, that's like a funny surprise though. I like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I that's kind of what I wanted more of in the Game Awards, is it to be like more fucked up and like less scripted, like, you know what I mean? Let's dress up and look like Leonardo DiCaprio, motherfuckers, you know?
Right.
Let's let the nerd flag fly and be like, fuck the suits, boys, you know? I don't know. That's what I was wanting more of.
Yeah. But one last thing to say about Mortal Kombat is it's crazy. It's going to be on Switch.
Yeah.
Dude, the first time we've had a Mortal Kombat game on a Nintendo console in how long? So cool. So sick, man.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, like, Nintendo generally avoids, like, the super adult games, but on the Switch we've seen them, they brought on Doom, didn't they? Like,
yeah.
so, which was, I was like, what?
Right.
Like, a Doom on Switch? Weird.
That's when shit got real.
Scalebound got canceled and the game looked like it was going to be sweet. I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, it was going to be on it was Xbox exclusive and it got canceled. Phil Spencer like legit went to Twitter and he's just like, "Hey guys, this sucks, but this is what's going to have to happen." Canceled, but hey, I'm hoping that I don't know if you can remind me, Loki, what team was making that game or who was developing it, because I'd love to like see and keep track with them. Like, what are they actually going to work on next? I hope you're looking forward to Crackdown, dude, because I am for next year.
Oh, yeah. No, that game looks awesome, man. I am pretty unfamiliar with the Crackdown series as a whole, but I saw the trailer for it, and it looked like what was the mode called? Wrecking mode or, like, Wrecking Court or something like that?
You just, like, blow everything up.
Yeah, you just blow up the whole fucking level, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what we need, because I think Fortnite was so popular because it added like a whole new element to a shooting game. I think that this is kind of doing the same thing and like adding a chaotic, explosive element to a shooting game, so it's not going to be a fucking boring Call of Duty clone, you know, or
right.
a PUBG Battlefield bore fest, you know, that no one cares about. Platinum Games was making it.
Oh, dude, heck yeah, Platinum Games, dude.
So did this company not go for like a GoFundMe? Because a lot of shit's been getting. There's this game called like it's a Pokemon clone essentially that's totally being funded on GoFundMe, and it looks fantastic. I wish I knew the name off the top of my head, but GoFundMes and stuff can like resurrect a dead game like that, right? You know? Because
isn't Onimusha that just got like kickstarted essentially, even though it's owned like an IP owned by Sony? So
yeah,
weird.
And I'm pretty sure that No Man's Sky was initially like a kickstarted project as well.
Yeah, dude, and they announced their newest game called The Campfire or something like that. It looks really cool.
Okay, to kind of go off track, I want to check out this Scalebound.
Yeah, dude, it's
even though it's like irrelevant and not getting made.
I love how it has the date up here, guys. 2015. So this game was like in development for like 3 or 4 years, and then nothing.
That's so sad. Like to get this far in production of a game where you've got this epic dragon flying around, a character that you've probably already began development on, and just to have it never be played by anyone is such a sad thing, really.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate the games that almost were, for sure, in some sort of respect. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a similar, just like an action game. Like he'll hop off the dragon here, and it's just like you're gonna fight all these dudes, and like kind of like Shadow of Mordor is like the last game like this, like truly game like this I played, or like I guess it's Spider-Man. Just played Spider-Man.
Sure, yeah. God of War is a lot kind of similar to that, just the action. adventure type game.
I'd get off if you'd ask me to.
And look at he has headphones around his neck. So like I loved how it had like this cool aspect. It wasn't just like high fantasy.
Yeah.
Like there's some technology involved. So
Well, I always liked that about like Final Fantasy is that was like a futuristic. So like there's like items from the future or technologies that don't exist in like the kind of time period that it's set in because it's kind of like medieval, but then they had like steam engines, steampunk shit.
yeah.
Too sassy. I can't hear anything, so honestly, I don't know how Deadpool-y he's getting. Yeah, this looks fun, man.
Yeah, it sucks that it got canceled, but hey, we gotta deal with cancellations every year in this industry. Just like in my other show, we talk about music festivals dying. You know,
Yeah.
EZPZ Podcast, we talk about those music festivals dying. It definitely happens, dude. But appreciate you bringing Scalebound back to my head because I forgot about that game. Especially as an Xbox exclusive.
Dude, I loved Phantasy Star series. I played Phantasy Star online out the dick and balls. It was actually kind of crazy.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
It's one of those series I've never played.
Yeah. They like really derailed it after the one that I played. I think that Phantasy Star Online 2 ended up being like having a lot of weird card game elements and stuff. But didn't end up being a fan of that one.
Redbird over here throwing some love towards Somerset, a music festival that we have gone to together. I love Somerset and it died this year. But let's talk about this new Epic Game Store, dude, because you showed me like the new store and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, the UI on it is fucking awesome.
I don't want it to be like a commercial for it, but like in general, like, aren't you happy somebody's finally competing with Steam?
Yeah, no, I'm totally stoked. As a big fan of Steam, I feel like they've gotten really lazy, with their UI. Their sales aren't as great as they used to be, because they used to have some of the silliest fucking deals, dude. They still have great deals, but just not the epicness that I'm used to back then. So the cool thing about the Epic Store is that they're giving 88% of the revenue to developers, and Steam only gives 70% of the revenue to developers. So that's an incentive for game developers to only have it on their store.
Man, we were just talking about the 33% from Nintendo at the top of the show. Like, they're slicing out that much. That's so much money, dude. Like, that's so much money that Epic is just like, hey, we don't want it.
Yeah, no.
What about the new stuff with Steam where they're like taking extra money from the little guys now in a way? Like,
oh, I hadn't heard about that.
Oh, I don't know how to exactly explain it without sounding stupid. But basically, how it's been explained to me is that if you sell X amount of copies, they lower that percentage. So like the people that only sell like a few thousand copies of their game
are getting like losing half of their money, you know, and all that Steam is doing is giving them a platform to sell their game and like to access it and download it, which is actually kind of a lot of shit. But so anyways, so they've got like a bunch of great games in there so far. Hades that we were talking about earlier, Ashen, which is kind of like a like, what?
How do you PC? Sitting over here like an idiot. But
Ashen is like kind of like Dark Souls clone that's kind of dreamy, and I'm gonna be playing that on stream next week.
Yeah, dude. That's really cool.
And then also they're doing these cool deals where they're giving out free games for a short period of time. So Subnautica, like to plug this store, they're going to be giving out Subnautica, which is like a great full-length underwater survival game, free from December 14th to the 27th.
So it's just 2 weeks pretty much of just free.
Yeah.
Anyone can come and play. Wow, that's awesome.
I think it's like a full game download, and you can play after that. So kind of similar to the Destiny free download weekend or whatever, but Skull Bones hype, don't know that one. But they're also giving away Super Meat Boy free from the 28th of December to the 1st of January. And that was another game that I had planned on paying $20 for at some point, and I'm just going to get it free now. So that's freaking awesome.
That's really cool.
A lot of that might be just to generate some hype about their store early on, but I hope to see that they keep on doing the free games, because you've seen how well free games have done for Epic and how they've made hand over fist using a free-to-play model, you know, so...
Right. Yeah, dude, and just finally somebody's competing with Steam is number one for me. I mean...
Well, yeah, definitely. Competition breeds great things. Like, you know, we'll see tons of UI improvements from Steam, I expect, in the next few weeks, the months
To compete.
Yeah, to have to compete with this thing, you know. But anyways, we'll just skip my whole epic dick suck there. I have like this like pile of notes just talking about how great Epic is. Like they're like making Fortnite better. But so I kind of wanted to take a second to talk about this recent Fortnite tournament. So it was an online tournament for $1 million basically, and the day before the U.S. finals, they introduced a patch with this Thanos sword. And this brother straight takes this Thanos sword in the top 10 of a game and gets like 10 kills just instantly. Like it's like so broken, so overpowered, and they just straight put it in right before a tournament. Like, oh my god, bro.
Hilarious.
What's up, Nick?
Bazooka Nick, baby. How you doing? We got Ron up in here too. We got all the homies. So just to tie up another instance of this story is that all of a sudden, just like 2 days ago, I don't know if you guys who have iPhones at least played Infinity Blade. When it first came out, it's like Epic's like story fantasy game where you're just like swiping and it's like really good though, like sword gameplay.
Sure.
They took out all three of those, 1, 2, and 3 off of the iOS App Store, and everyone's like, what the heck? Like this is one of everyone's like favorite mobile game for like the last 10 years, and like they're going to be they're been quoted saying it'll arrive, it'll be back in places you don't expect. So like think like the number one thing is like of course they're just gonna bring it back in the Epic Game Store, right?
Oh yeah, that sounds like what it's gonna be.
Or possible Switch ports.
Yeah, that would actually be crazy if Epic started selling that mobile game on Switch, because if it's as popular as you say it is, like that would be a great platform for them to play on. So, anywho. So Pokemon Go announces PvP trainer battles. So when did this game come out again?
November like 17th.
I think so. July 26th.
Oh, you mean Pokemon Go on mobile?
Yeah, mobile Pokemon Go, bro.
Not Pokemon Let's Go.
No,
Wow.
Pokemon Go. Like you can now fight people in trainer battles. So one-on-one trainer battles are finally a go. The game released in July of 2016. So another instance of Nintendo kind of being disconnected from what people want. It might be an instance of a game being rushed out before it was ready.
Well, for sure. Like I definitely got sucked into Pokemon Go. Like, for the first month, I like literally spent $99.99, and I like used 20 of that, and like never played it again. We joked about it when we were going to Puerto Rico that like later on that New Year. We joked about my friends and I, Nick, actually Bazooka_Nick up in here. We joked about playing in Puerto Rico so we could catch some like fire Pokemon,
some exotic Puerto Rican Pokemon.
Yeah, we never actually did though. So yeah, that's so weird, man. Like.
Yeah, so I mean, it's funny that they like missed such a key component of that game like on launch, you know, and that's kind of similar to like Magic Arena, where they're just now developing the ability to fight players one-on-one, like you challenge your friends, which in my opinion is an absolute vital component of a card game.
Oh
like,
yeah.
If you're gonna like charge full price for your cards, essentially full price for a pack of cards. On your online client, you should be able to play your friends, minimum, bare fucking minimum. That should be the only thing that exists, dude. He was a closet Pokemon Go trainer. I think I played a little bit. I was pretty much over it because I had done a whole bunch of GPS spoofing shit where you could like legit. I was like legit on my phone. My character was in San Francisco because that's one of the highest density of Pokemon spots in the entire fucking world.
Oh my.
And I'm just cruising around catching Dratinis, catching Bulbasaurs, shit you don't find.
It's no longer on my front screen, so like everything that's not on that first screen on my iPhone should be just dead to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't access that stuff ever.
I mean, fuck Pokemon Go. That was...
I'll jump into it, maybe. No, probably not. But maybe though, when I get Let's Go Pikachu for Christmas, Santa Claus is gonna bring me that Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh shit! No shit.
Do some trading or something. But
I think I would buy Let's Go Pikachu if it was $20. Like I don't think I can.
It's a $40 game. For sure, dude.
So I mean, I'm just saying, I've played Red and Blue so many fucking times. I played Leaf Green. I played Fire Red. I played so many renditions of Pokemon. I played online emulators where you can like play in the Red and Blue world with people. Dude, I've played it. I don't need to like Pokemon Go at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not for me. Especially for $60 fucking dollars, bro. Sorry.
In the dead of winter, do you want to talk about this Overwatch Winter Wonderland event?
Hell yeah, dude. So honestly, I was hearing that this was kind of a sparse year for Overwatch compared to previous years because they're basically using 2 recycled events from previous years. So that's May's Snowball Fight and a Yeti hunt experience that's similar. Dude, did you ever play Evolve or a 3v1 experience?
Left 4 Dead kind of?
Yeah, exactly like that Left 4 Dead experience. So they added those. Apparently those are from previous years. The one thing that Overwatch does really good in my opinion though is they always have cool holiday skins.
Really? Cool.
Always like something new, exciting. I'm sure League of Legends honestly probably has that down as well.
Yeah, dude, that's what I have down here for one of my favorite experiences with like a game that has like seasonal like events and stuff is definitely with League of Legends, like a game that I played for 5-6 years nonstop. Didn't play any other games. It was like ludicrous. But I still like not recently, but when I would log in, I would use those like Winter Wonderland, Winter Snowdown like skins just because it's so much fun to like. And then the map, they would make the map all like snowy and stuff.
Oh no shit,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly love using out of season skins.
That's
you know what I
saying.
mean?
Like on the 4th of July, or not, like on Christmas, I'll use like a 4th of July skin. Or like
exactly.
a
So
pool party skin. Like.
I'm gonna give you a little behind the scenes of a YouTube video I'm working on. We're doing a Nightmare Before Christmas fucking Fortnite clip video, pretty much just where I'm wearing the skeleton skin and owning fucking children. But Smite winter skins are on point. Smite has fucking really good looking skins. That was a game I really, really, really wanted to get into, but the learning curve was so high, and it's just like one of those things I didn't have the time investment to make myself look somewhat fucking competent, you know? Season 7 is looking really good, Redbird. I am loving the Fortnite winter shit. So they added an entire winter section to the southwest corner of the map. They also added like some Santa Claus, buff Santa Claus skin.
What?
There's gonna be some scary snowman skins.
Yeah, dude. With Smite though, is coming out for the Switch next year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
really?
So you might have a chance to like beat some little kids up.
Dude, so Switch definitely has the lowest competition of online games I've ever played on anything ever. It's hilarious, dude. Like, my God. I can't play Fortnite on the controller at all. Absolutely rail people on the Switch, dude. So they're making it cross-platform?
Yeah. Fortnite, right?
No.
Or Smite. Is he talking
Smite? Oh yeah, definitely. Smite's going cross-platform. That's good. I think that more games should be doing that because I mean, like, you saw how Fortnite essentially forced PlayStation into a position where they had to go cross-platform with Switch and Xbox, and Sony hates that shit, dude. They actually hate cooperating and letting people play with their friends.
Right, yeah. For real.
But other than that, I guess PUBG is getting a new winter map.
That was an announcement at the Game Awards. It just was like, hey, we're still out here doing something. I kind of felt, it almost made me feel bad because it literally was just a huge trailer. Like, and it looked really good because we know PUBG kind of doesn't look the greatest, especially when in comparison to Call of Duty Black Ops 4, right?
No doubt, man.
So when I saw that, like, that came up, I was like, oh, boy. It's just for a winter skin, like, over the map, like.
Yeah. So I was like, the PlayStation got to get money. I always like to check up on PUBG just because I felt like they had some big missteps in the release of their game, and I like to just see the story kind of unfold or whatever. And
Blue Chip just put me in the wrong. Made me feel weird when they started suing Blue Hole. Yeah, they started like suing people.
Yeah, they were suing
Epic
Epic, yeah.
right?
So they sued Epic for stealing the Battle Royale, even though they had stolen it from H1Z1.
Yeah, which just had a huge amount of layoffs this week was kind of a bummer. But
yeah, that is unfortunate because I think that H1Z1 really got fucked in all of this. But I was checking up on PUBG to see what the community was like. All of the streamers were Korean. So
Whoa.
I think it probably still has a strong Korean following.
Interesting. You would think that's a Western type game, I guess. I don't know. I feel like
there was like a strong Eastern influence on the game. There was tons of people from China coming into American servers and ruining the game. Like I have a buddy that's obsessed with the game. They wanted to play against better players because we're good at those games. Like, they might be good at the League of Legends types games, but we're good at the hiding in bushes and murdering people games.
That's so interesting to me, dude. Wow, like Chinese players are coming to our servers to have like higher competition. The same exact thing, just like you said, happens where League of Legends US players will go play for a season in Korea, South Korea or something, just so that they can brush up on some skills. That's crazy to me. Wow.
Definitely interesting.
It's good to hear that we're good at something, like murdering.
Hey, dude, I love a little bit of murder in my life. So I guess another big piece of news, Bethesda released a $200 Fallout Power Armor edition of Fallout 76. It was a special order bundle that came with a base game, Tricentennial Steelbook. It came with 24 Fallout figurines, a glow-in-the-dark map, in-game items, and the big point of contention here is the canvas bag. Upon receiving the bags, customers realized that they had received cheap nylon windbreaker-ass bags. So, of course, the internet loses its motherfucking shit.
Dude, it was insane. It was like, there's nothing worse that can happen to Bethesda. Like, it just keeps getting worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
worst rollout of a video game they've ever had. If not, like...
It's the worst that they've ever had, for sure. At least the most death threats that they've ever gotten for a game, because I know that you had talked about Rogue Warrior on the previous game.
But people like love to hate it, you know? It's one of those games.
That wasn't like a sequel to like a popular franchise, you know what I mean?
People like absolutely love Fallout. So this is just so they get this crappy bag, and like I saw pictures on Twitter, it just looked like a trash bag.
Well, so I think that those pictures might have been a little more misleading. This bag that I saw looked really wrinkly and like really smashed up. Like maybe the person that had received it had some rage they needed to get out. They were really upset about getting the canvas bag or the nylon bag. But yeah, I wouldn't be happy either, especially when promised a nice canvas bag. Bethesda tried to make amends by giving 500 atoms in the game, which isn't enough to buy a canvas bag in the fucking game. Dude, so
500 atoms equals to what? $5?
Yeah, it's like $5, you know, and like, you know, dude, it's so fucking
Van Wedge, it is nylon. Get it right.
No, this is some windbreaker shit that they recycled from your dad's like closet, dude. This was not good looking material. So apparently prior to like shipping, Bethesda had sent out an email saying that they were unable to like procure the materials, or there was like a shortage of materials or something along those lines. So just like little bottom of a footer of a email, you know, kind of thing. And
sorry to the number one customer we have for this game, $200. We couldn't figure it out with the people that were making the canvas bags.
No, we're just gonna straight up steal from you. After really fucking you on one of your favorite franchises. My God, dude. So Bethesda said that they would replace the bags if you fill out the correct paperwork. I don't know. I didn't think it involved a return. Like, I don't think you had to ship something back. Still, honestly...
Did you hear what happened then?
No.
It gets worse, listeners playing at home. The people that fill out the forms... At a certain point in this form that they were filling out, they could hit a certain button and get taken to a page that had the list, like an Excel spreadsheet essentially, of every person that had already filled out the forms, including addresses, including email addresses, including like first name, last name, phone numbers.
Dude,
absolutely insane. Like, there's tons of stuff online with like people like legit just scrolling through hundreds of people's names and addresses and stuff. And it's just like, what in the heck were you doing, guys? Yeah, Bethesda's doxing their own customers up in here.
Fucking psycho.
So they announced, like, say an apology and say, hey guys, we fixed this. That's literally like their press release. We fixed it, and it's no longer the hole is plugged. Like,
dude,
what the heck?
For the love of Jesus, this is my open letter to Bethesda. Guys, get it together.
I thought you were going to have, like, much more to say, but no, it's just straight up, quit screwing everything up.
Dude.
What the heck? So I have on here, I just want to say, like, I love Costco. If you know me in real life, you know this, but I was at Costco. I always walk through the game section, even though they only have, like, the cardboard that you can get, like, you take to the register. Fallout 76 Tricentennial Edition, which is $80 on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or Steam. It's $42.99, and it was a freaking Tuesday. It wasn't like Black Friday. The game is being insanely discounted, guys.
Oh yeah, no, I'd bring the corn cob hype in there, Loki. You're right. What's happening, Mitch? How's it going to you today?
Uber Gosu Pro up in here. What's up, man?
Yeah, fuck you, Bethesda. I'm starting to like it a bit. Okay. I'm actually interested to see how much more Bethesda can fuck shit up at this point.
So sad. It makes me so sad, man. Like, and even though the game, like on Black Friday, the game was. I follow Wario64 for all your amazing gaming deals. That's who I follow on Twitter. He has, when something's about to drop, it's like half price, he posts it. He must have like a million bots out there on Target.com, everything. He posts on Black Friday that it was $35 or $30 for Fallout 76, which had just come out like a week prior, and I still couldn't bring myself to pay for it. Half off, man. I love it so much. Man.
So, little plug for my Twitter. I have a deal up on my Twitter from Fat Kids Deals or something on Twitter. It's like Black Ops for $15 right now.
$17.99, I believe. Right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, something ridiculously crazy. So, I mean, if you guys want that game or haven't, I mean, I bought it and wasn't a huge fan. Just not my style of game. But if you want to get in on that, check my Twitter for that. Anywho, where we at? Where we at on this
basically, I'm really just, it's just sad, honestly. It makes me really sad. So I don't know what, should they sunset Fallout 76? How long do you think that they're going to support this game? It's one of those games that should be growing in the community. I would be interested to see in the sales, the NPD numbers for the actual sales of this game.
So there's two ways I could go with it. Like Final Fantasy, I think it was 14 or whatever the online was. When it came out, it was really, really bad. They ended up after a few months pulling it off the shelves, re-releasing it a couple years later. It's doing well. People love the fucking game. I think that's an option because from what I've heard, there's things that are just fundamentally broken with Fallout 76 to the point where no amount of patching is going to make it feel fun and going to make it feel like people want it to. And that maybe pulling it would be a good decision. I don't think with a studio like this that we're going to see that happen. I think that it's going to stay on the shelves. We're going to see patches, and we're going to see a mediocre game that a small percentage of people will defend to the bitter end just for the sake of being contrarian, essentially. You know what I mean?
Right. So Loki says he played for about 12 hours, probably won't log on again. I mean, yeah, I can totally see it. And you brought up a really good point before we even had the discussion about the game, before it even came out, I think, there's no real other people besides people, like, no NPCs. Like, they're all robots. They're following recordings, so it's just, the game just doesn't work in my mind. Like, it doesn't.
No, it wasn't appealing. Like, the idea wasn't appealing, and I think that, like, with confirmation bias, essentially, you're like, okay, I don't like the idea of NPCs. You're going to have a hard time enjoying the game no matter what. But I think that's just, like, so fucking weird to do, you know? I like that they were making an attempt at doing something, like, epic, sweet, that no one's ever done before. But in this case, it really, really fucked up, you know?
Yeah. Bummer. Biggest bummer of the year for me. And I know Loki is probably thinking about Scalebound being his biggest bummer, but yeah, I mean, that's probably mine. I know friend of the show, Bazooka_Nick, is all about Fallout series. We were talking about playing Fallout 76 together. Just bummer.
Yeah, no, it's a huge bummer, man. And it looks like Loki is just getting fucked up and down, to and fro, because he bought Fallout 76. I mean, so it's all bad for him over here,
You can't return
dude.
it, man. You can't return it.
Yeah, not as good looking as Destiny. I feel you, bro. I think that's online games is way harder than people like act like it is, and to take like a AAA title like that and try to make it online without like another game to kind of like guide the path is just extremely difficult. You know what I mean? And that's coming from some guy who's never made video games. So.
yeah, exactly. So we're just two talking heads out here going on about video games. Like we don't make them. We don't do anything like that. But
Yeah, so much respect to the developers that actually do put in the hours and stuff. It may sound like we're complaining, but we legit do love games.
That's why we're making this show. Like,
Yeah,
we legit
no.
love games that much.
And I don't think it's like a bad thing to voice negative opinions about games, because that's how games get better. If we all just sat here and were like, yeah, Fallout 76 is it's an okay game. It's an okay game. We'd end up with okay games forever, and I don't think anyone wants that. We want great fucking games.
Loki's talking about Skull and Bones. I've never heard of this game.
Well, let's pull up a little trailer because we got a little bit of time. Do you have to take off, Shawnee?
I'm good, and I have to be home at like 6:15. I got dinner tonight, a birthday dinner. Not for me though, not my birthday. My mother-in-law. So we got that going on, but I want to see this. Loki's put a couple comments in the twitch.tv/TotallyTrey about this game. So,
1 second.
oh, is this like the Wind Waker type game?
Well, we're gonna give you a special ad thanks to YouTube.
Yeah, I know,
and their amazing algorithm that is in love with fucking you up and down, to and fro, back and forth eternally.
I'm sure what he says is
So it looks like
very
we got some
interesting.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
So we're gonna turn down the audio just so we can talk over it a little bit.
If we're going to take down that booze,
Bones, Ubisoft.
we need good
I love Ubisoft,
Ubisoft.
man. I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey I've been wanting to dive into, but I've just been playing God of War.
Okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, what have you been playing? We can talk about that real quick to cap on. Skull and Bones. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that logo. Not a bad logo. Shout out to IGN, my favorite place to get all my gaming needs.
Oh, it's a Bob Marley here to cast a spell on you.
I think that looks like the one dude, what's his name, Johnny Depp.
Johnny.
Yeah, that's the Johnny Depp character in this
Oh,
game.
Pirate of the. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Fucking.
Is it
Yeah.
Caribbean or Caribbean, man? This is a fight to death.
I don't. I'm never going there.
We could talk about that for sure.
Ah, yes.
An instant
Dan Wedge up in here saying that both are acceptable. Both are in the dictionary. Wow, thank you for that, man. Now I feel better about my friends that say Caribbean. I'm going to the Caribbean. I'm a Caribbean type person, but hey, maybe that's a Midwestern.
Oh, if you ever need English advice, teacher, he knows his shit.
Oh, tight. Shout out, homie. I got a journalism degree and I still need to be taught every day. Oh, I love throwing the dictionary at people. So that game does look legit. I see Loki's talking about how it is Black Flag without the assassins. So if you like the ship portion of Black Flag, which everybody says is like the greatest ship fighting. What's that?
I played actually. I didn't play the game, but I played in the ship a lot because my buddy had like a bunch of missions he had to do, and I was just helping him out. And the ships in the Assassin's Creed were really fun. I'm curious to see. Like, I didn't play. What was the other pirate game that came out recently?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. I'm curious to hear opinions of the comparisons between these two games.
Right. I watched a lot of Sea of Thieves, man, and that game looked not great, but it looked fun. That's the bottom line that I loved.
I heard there was an awesome update for it.
Really?
So the problem before with Sea of Thieves was that it was like kind of barren and like not a whole lot to do ultimately. I've heard that they like fixed that problem and added a whole lot more shit to keep you busy.
So Loki's in here saying that you're not missing anything on Sea of Thieves. Yeah, I probably would not buy Sea of Thieves, but what I love about it is that it's on the Games Pass, so Xbox Games Pass. If I ever were to consider picking that up, it's just there for me to play. $10 a month. As long as I stay a subscriber, I can play any of those Microsoft first-party games like that. So that's really cool. I love games that are living, breathing games now, obviously your favorite at the moment is Fortnite still, right?
Yeah.
And there's tons of games out there. I played League of Legends for so many years. I just love seeing a game go from nothing to better. So maybe that's something we can look forward to.
So I like in this game, it looks like you have the ability to just switch between different positions on the boat. And instead of it being kind of like a Sea of Thieves, like cooperative game, it's more like you can run your own fucking boat. Now you just fight this guy.
First person strategy,
Yeah, no, it looks really fun, honestly. This looks great. I might have to give this a go. Who's making this?
I think it was Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Okay, yeah, definitely.
So they know what they're doing, obviously. They're the makers of Assassin's Creed, right? So they're taking those notes from
Loki.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. From Black Flag is what I was going to say.
See, I'm like a big sucker for these water effects, man.
You are, huh?
Like anything, so in Red Dead Redemption, a thing that I was like really pulled to and like instantly made me think that the graphics were great were the snow effects. Just like simple effects done well are so impactful to me. Black Flag without Henry Rollins. I cannot imagine what the fuck that would be like, dude. All right, so we're gonna cap off the show just talking about some of the stuff that we're going to be playing in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so we're doing this as of right now, guys, every 2 weeks. So the day after Christmas, you can join us at 4:30 p.m. We're going to be recording the 5th episode, and then hopefully in 2019, we might give it a first couple weeks because, I have New Year's stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff during the holidays.
Right.
Just a heads up, guys, my stream schedule is going to be fucked up during, I've got, probably one more good week of streaming. There's going to be 2 weeks of just, super inconsistent family shit, and then back to the normal grind again.
But we will be back here in Blunt Mountain, Studio Blunt Mountain.
Yep, in 2 weeks sharp.
Yeah.
You guys don't worry your pretty heads. We'll be back. Don't worry. Grow my hair out. Oh, my God. No, dude, I got mad at Gail because she said my hair looked like shit twice this week. I was like, Jesus, come on.
I get nothing but Lydia saying my hair looks amazing to her, and I'm still going to be cutting it in January, February-ish. So I'll trim down. I'll look like the Hanson brothers in 2001 when they came out this time around. Their second full-length album is one of the best
They're
ones.
more forgettable.
Hey, that was their second highest selling album of all time. But hey,
yeah, you're going to come out with Mbop, the jam, and then you're going to pull it back with this other album that has less instances of Mbop on it. What do you expect is going to happen? The sales are going to go down. No,
rightfully, I don't care, man. I've been a diehard and will be a diehard for life. Hanson fan. I got a Hanson tattoo right here.
No, you don't.
No,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna get it.
For real?
Yeah, eventually.
Damn, bro. Okay,
I'm a diehard fan, homie. You think that Loki in the chat's gonna put me down? I've been dealing with bullies my whole life about Hanson.
Oh my God.
Nah, I'm just kidding, homie. Thanks for joining us though, for real. Oh shit, we got some Mitch up here backing me up.
That means Mitch and one other person likes Hanson.
Yeah, right, man.
I'm just fucking with you,
Yeah.
bro. I know. Fuck yeah, brother. Well, enjoyed having you guys all here with us. So what are you playing next week?
Yeah, so the next 2 weeks, to just cap off the show, I think it's a good idea to talk about what we're going to be playing and whatnot. Maybe incorporate some video games into it.
We're gonna start playing some Smash.
January, dude.
Yeah, January or whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever it works out where Sean's got some free time after the stream, we'll probably play some games against each other. If Mitch wants to come over and get fucked up in some Smash Bros sometime, he can be on TV too and get wrecked.
Yeah. So right now, before Christmas, before Santa Claus comes to town, I'm thinking about I gotta beat God of War, man. I have to.
Yeah, no.
I'm only
definitely.
4 hours into it, but it is so good.
Well, especially if you've got Assassin's Creed on the back burner
Man,
too.
you don't want to hear about this back burner I got.
Yeah,
dude.
you got a backlog, dude.
Dude, just like you, when Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales on the PlayStation Network, I just went to town, man.
I like Returns so much.
You did?
Yeah, I had a weird revelation about what I like to play as a streamer and like what people like to watch me play. And there was like some experimental shit I was going to try, like Life is Strange 2, which I ended up deciding was a horrible idea because forcing myself to play a slow story-based game is going to be agonizing, and I'm just going to want to get off.
Yeah, Life is Strange, I tried getting into it but couldn't. But I'm playing God of War in the next 2 weeks before we record episode 5. What about you?
What's that? Oh, I'm just like mesmerized by Mitch, like up in the chat. He's like, "You're gonna get stuffed, dude! Yeah, get stuffed!"
Hey, Mitch is pretty good at video games, so who
no,
knows?
I believe it, but I mean, he didn't bring his A game to the Street Fighter table. Is all I'm saying.
Oh snap!
I'm sorry, Mitch. I love you, brother. This week I'm gonna be playing Ash. So. Thursday, tomorrow, I'm busting out Super Seducer 2, a fan favorite of the stream. Super Seducer 1 was anyway. So we're going to be doing advanced dating techniques.
Oh, my. And I thought that game got you couldn't Twitch stream it.
Hope to God you can, because I paid for it. And it's downloaded and it's ready to rock tomorrow.
So when are you streaming tomorrow? Because I want to watch this.
So I stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 to 7.
Okay.
Every week. So it's the same every time. So 3 to 7 tomorrow. But
cool. Awesome. I'll be in the chat.
And then next week I'm playing Ashen from the Epic store, which is a Dark Souls.
Yeah, you might have heard of it. We had like a 20-minute conversation about it, but
maybe I don't know if it was 20 minutes.
No, but dude, I'm super proud of somebody coming up there and punching in them guts.
Yeah, definitely, man. Someone needed to compete with the old Steam boys. But anywho, boys, Magic Arena, catch these hands. Oh, I can fight you now? Dude,
remember, because they had that update where you can play one-on-one.
Dude, I'm about to wreck Loki. Dude, this guy thinks he knows how to play standard, bro.
Oh, dude, snap.
Dude,
we got some fire
the
up in
challenges, here. All of these epic challenges. No one's ever wanted to play video games with me on stream. Like, so I'll get like people like come into Fortnite streams. Like, I've never seen them before. They're like, play with me. And then they end up being like little 10-year-old kids that never come back to the stream and shit. But this is cool. I'm going to have some competition from some motherfuckers coming up.
We got a system of record here on the Twitch channel.
Oh, yeah. No, it's documented.
Yeah.
It's documented. So now...
we got to export this, put it in an Excel doc. We got to like make sure, cross our T's, dot our I's.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Y'all are getting it. So... Anywho, dudes, I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah, dudes. Thanks so much for joining us, dude. This has been like honestly like one of my favorite things ever to start doing. Talking about video games for a full hour live. You can find this show, or share it with your friends. It will be uploaded to EZPZ YouTube channel on Friday mornings. And other than that, we're live every single Wednesday starting in 2019 from 4:30 to 5:30. Just join us right here on twitch.tv/TotallyTrey. You can catch all the EZPZ, which is where we talk about pop culture and music festivals and live shows, and just it's more of like an everything kind of show. But that's on my channel, the EZPZ, just like that, EZPZ. So find that stuff. Trey, they know where to find you, right?
Yeah, no, right here. You can check all of my social media shit if you want to hear me talk. Dude, I did the dumbest tweet the other day. So I was at work.
Oh, great.
And like, so someone was in the bathroom in front of me and they were just peeing or whatever. And I go in there and I'm like smelling like in the air. And I'm like, it smells like this dude's dick. And I'm like posted like how I hate that shit. So if you want to hear some horrible, terrible bullshit, go ahead and follow me on that shit. Otherwise, we'll be back 2 weeks. I'll be here
day after Christmas. We'll talk about what we got for Christmas,
dude.
That's gonna be like, yeah, dude. We're gonna get into it. So
who wants to fight? All right. Anyways, boys, we'll catch you all later. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.